What's going on, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again. And today, guys, we have the Daniel H9 in the building. Bam! Beautiful piece of artillery, and we are safe and clear as always. Now, I actually got the H9 in early before it initially released and got to put in a good amount of rounds through it. When I got it, I probably put about 300 rounds through it, and I wanted to follow this up again once I got a little bit more through that. Now, I want to say I'm probably getting close to 1,000, maybe slightly below or above 1,000 rounds, and I wanted to follow up with a more deeper, review, thoughts and opinions on this bad boy right here, because obviously this is a big time pistol, one of the big time pistols at SHOT Show, of course. Daniel Defense, well known for the legacy behind some of the most amazing AR-15s out there, finally now diving into the handgun category, and they came through with the H9. And the H9, of course, has been seen in some shape or form in different variations from the Hudson H9, which Daniel Defense bought. I believe they bought like their patents, and they really built this gun from the ground up. I believe they only kept 1 or 2 at the most. I want to say 2 at the most, and it was something within the trigger mechanism, I want to say. I could be incorrect with that, but people think that this is like the H9 fixed, but it's actually a brand new gun built from the ground up that utilizes the main part of a steel framed, striker fired 1911 trigger, like a mesh of the striker fire and the 1911 mesh together into a handgun. That's what they wanted to do and make it done correctly, where the H9 failed. And I think they did a phenomenal job here with this gun right here, because it's a great gun, compact. Even though it is steel framed, it is in compact size, a very slim overall pistol as well, and I think it's magnificent, I gotta be honest. In my initial video, there was a point, some people pointed it out, where there was a actual feeding error going on. It was the bullets, as I stated before, because I have no issue saying that the gun had an issue feeding. There would have been no issue here. Hell, even now when I did this actual filming now, I did one of those, and the gun did not feed that actual bullet at that time. And it's been the ammo that I've been using. Since then, I've been using some Winchesters that has not caused those issues with the feeding. So more than likely, I have to blame it on the ammo, because that same ammo was causing issues on other guns that I was utilizing with my shooting of that day. With that being said, I don't want to be just all head over heels on the gun. I want to tell you, I guess, my main biggest gripes with it, as I stated before in the previous video, is really like the trigger mechanism. It's something that I have to get used to, because it does have the overall type of look and feel of a 1911 trigger, but it's poly. It's a poly trigger. It's not like a steel trigger with a very solid crisp. There's a little safety mechanism there, of course. So it's something I had to get the use of the hang of, but overall it did not affect the performance and the accuracy of me shooting this gun. It was not an issue whatsoever on that. But with that being said, the worst part, the part that I don't like, and maybe it's just me about the gun, is how to disassemble it. You have to pull down on these 2 little notches, and it's tough. It's kind of like a Glock, where you have to push this back and pull down and then let go and pull the trigger and it comes off. But getting these out, at least for me, it got to the point where I had to get a Phillips head or a flathead or something to help me get it out. It was just a very difficult way to disassemble the gun. But that was about it, man. As far as shooting this thing, as far as the sights on this thing, phenomenal. A very extremely low bore axis, so this gun is literally, it becomes part of your hand. I am utilizing, of course, a red dot here, but with that low bore axis, the irons, whenever I just put the gun out, my eyes are automatically aligned with the iron sight. It's very, very easy to get on with the irons, even though I have red dot on here now. And with that being said, utilizing new guns out there, I gotta practice, that draw to get on the dot, to get on the irons, whatever type of gun it is. With this one, I was automatically getting on the iron very, very fast. And with that same type of motion, it's the same when it comes to the red dot. I'm able to get on the dot. Me being, somewhat, I'm not an extreme advanced shooter. I have to get that practice in to get on that dot, because I can sometimes come in and have to do like a little dip. Usually I might be too high or I might be too low, but with this bad boy, I'm usually being able to get spot on, and I think it has a lot to do with that low bore axis. Of course, having that steel frame, you're gonna have a lot less recoil overall on the gun, which is extremely solid. The actual kit that it comes in, the box it comes in, it comes with a lot of all the goodies. You have a free optics plate, something that I appreciate. So you're gonna get a free optics plate. This one we're running Hollow Sun. I believe they offer RMS as well as I think like a Noblex, which is like a doctor plate of some sort. So it's here. I don't have the magazines, but it comes with 2 magazines as well, along with the gun. You have your lock for your safety. The 2 magazines are put up because I was recently shooting it, so you know. So it comes with 1 mag plus 2 additional magazines, by the way. I love the fact it comes with a hard case. Hard case is you know, very important, especially when you're spending crazy money on a gun. To have that hard case, it definitely is important at the end of the day. The purpose of this gun at the end of the day, it's really wherever you want it to be. This is a gun you can carry. This is a gun you can take to competition. This is a gun you can put on your bedside. This is a gun you can just take to the range and have fun. Whatever you want to do with it, it has that capability. It's a very, very, very flexible gun, I would say. You know, it's multi-use, multi-purpose at the end of the day. The actual aluminum utilized on here is the 7075 aluminum on the frame. A cold hammer forged barrel with a 110 twist rate, CNC machine slide. The sights are carved steel with a dovetail cut. And I gotta make a quick correction. I said that the trigger was poly. The actual blade is what's poly. The actual trigger itself is a stainless steel trigger with a straight pullback. So it is actually stainless steel. This part right here, the little safety blade, is what feels to be like a poly. Of course, it is optics ready of your choosing of the plate, and that comes free and made in the USA and backed by Daniel Defense's 100% satisfaction guarantee. The grip panels, as you guys can see, has just 2 screws, so be expecting them to come down the road with some customization from them. Maybe Loki Grips is gonna come out with something very soon. There'll be a lot of different people dropping grips for these bad boys, so the customization is gonna be dope. This is a compact model. They dropped a compact model. That means there has to be a full size model coming soon in different variations, probably a threaded version. There's gonna be a lot coming down from this family. Said themselves from Daniel Defense, not that they're gonna be those models, but they're expecting to drop a family. Like, this is gonna be the beginning of a long list of other families of the H9. It is also ambidextrous on the slide on both ends, so keep that in mind as well. It has a DLC coating, real nice overall. Has not been like scratching or any of that. Nice finish on the gun, love it. No safety, no compensator, of course. The grip finish is anodized. And one of the biggest things that they did on this gun, one of the biggest changes, because a lot of people think this looks like the Hudson 9, one of the biggest changes is the actual accessory rail has been pushed up, whereas, you know, before on the Hudson, it went all the way down flush with the trigger guard, and that, a lot of space allows you to now utilize that rail more when it comes to your lights. Before, this thing was hanging down here and it was weird to actually get, you know, your finger to actuate those lights, where now you could put it right on the rail and it's right there for you to do what you got to do when needing those lights. So it's very solid in that aspect and looks great. The overall height is 5.12 inches. Overall width is 1 inch at the slide. Overall length is 7.69 inches. The actual irons are actually zeroed in at 25 yards when you get the gun, so keep that in mind as well. The magazine capacity is 15, and that comes with 13 rounds, so you're gonna get a good 15 rounds out of this bad boy. And it's a very, very, very slim magazine, hence why the grip is slim. These are actually slimmer than your typical Glock 19 magazines and Glock magazines. This is way more slimmer, and steel or aluminum. It's 9mm, I would say it's steel. One thing I hope they come out with is a flared mag well or some sorts. They probably will down the road. I'm pretty sure they'll come out with some more magazine capacity and all that, but you really just can't beat what this gun comes out with at the box. Overall feel, overall weight, everything, the recoil felt amazing. I've shot this, as I stated, probably 3-4 different occasions, put hundreds of rounds in each one of those, and I gotta be honest, the last one, the most recent one, I had the most fun with this bad boy. So, and I gotta say, man, salutes to Daniel Defense, because they did an amazing job on this bad boy. You know, coming in, being one of the top AR-15 brands out there and being able to keep that same line of just perfection. I would, let's not even say perfection, that same line of just professionalism, quality, all the greatness that Daniel Defense has done from the AR-15 platform, and being able to utilize that and come out with a very solid pistol. salutes to them, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come out with this at the end of the day. We'll definitely be doing some more follow-ups on this gun. I want to do way more on it. I think there's way more to talk about, way more rounds to put through it, and I'm expecting to see way more come through this gun at the end of the day. So this is my follow-up on the Daniel H9. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I appreciate y'all as always. I love y'all as always, and thank y'all for everything. I'm out. Peace.